Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is your daily tarot for Thursday, the 4th of October 2018. Hope you're well. Another beautiful sunny autumn afternoon here. Well, kind of early evening now. Absolutely gorgeous. Everything's going golden. The green is turning to yellow. The trees are starting to thin out. A bit of mist. Absolutely lovely. So this will be a 3-card major arcana reading, and then one from the swords, one from the wands, one from the pentacles, one from the cups, one from the wild Kuan Yin oracle, and I will then be choosing, well, at random, I'll be putting at random either Globo Solare, the sun, for a make it happen energy, or Globo Lunare, the moon, for a let it happen energy. So thank you so much for all the views and the comments and the likes and the subscription. It's absolutely lovely. And I'm very happy to announce I'm now in a position to offer private readings. If you look in the description box below, you will see my email address and you will see my PayPal link and details of the fees for readings. So the thing to do is to book via the PayPal link, then drop me an email at sugarfreetarot@gmail.com, and we'll set it up from there. So one last shuffle. One last shuffle. And one last cut. And here are the 3 cards for Thursday, the 4th of October 2018. We have the Hierophant, Chariot in reverse, and the Fool. Excellent. Excellent. Well, the first phrase that comes to my mind is sticking with the old ways ain't going to do it for us. The key to power here is the Fool in the upright. But anyway, that's just the first look. I'm always interested by the Chariot in reverse, and it's this general kind of lack of forward motion, but there's more to it than just forward motion. And when it's in the reverse, I think it can be a sort of slightly careening, out of control, over forced momentum. You know how sometimes when something starts moving and there's a little bit of an incline, a little bit of a gradient, and it's going along, and then it starts going a bit faster. It's picking up speed. Now that's what I would be seeing if the Chariot was in the upright as the block or drain. But it's not in the upright, it's in the reverse as the block or drain. Okay, what I'm going to say about this is that if there is a feeling that things are not moving forward, I think it's linked, the feeling of things not moving forward is linked to this Hierophant energy here, which is kind of, in this reading, in this context, it's kind of the old ways. As I said, it's the old ways of doing things. It's the tried and trusted structures of how you, it's not even how you run your life, it's how you see your life, you know, what your own personal moral code is. And yeah, I'm just going to go back to the first thing I said. It's time now, from the readings that I've had over the last few days, it's time now to start looking outwards. We had something ending, we've had a period of rest, and it's now time to start looking at what might be out there for us, with the Fool in the upright here. But I sense a bit of a, not conflict, but some sort of hesitation, but it's not even hesitation like, oh, shall I do this or shall I stick with the old way? It's not even that, because I think there is a love of the old way. There isn't, in this change that has taken place, there isn't a kind of like, woohoo, I've got rid of that kind of stale old energy, and now I'm free, the fetters are off, I'm free to go and explore. It's not as simple as that. What has been left behind is actually, what appears to have been left behind recently, is something that was actually very, very much part of life, and that in many respects, and perhaps over quite an extended period of time, did actually work. And I think that's the reason why this is here in the middle position as the block or drain, the opposing force, and that's why it's in the reverse as well, because I don't know, I don't usually see the Hierophant in exclusively benevolent terms, but that's how I'm seeing him today. There's something very loving somehow in this, and safety, but like a really nice kind of safety. And I wonder whether there's a sense of perhaps having thrown out the baby with the bathwater. However, whatever has happened, the key to power here is the Zero card, the Fool energy. And that's great in any in any reading, to get this in the upright as the key to power is just superb. In a sense, it really wouldn't matter what was going on here in card number one, the energy as we come into the reading, card number two, the block or the drain, the opposing force. It really, in a sense, wouldn't matter. Anything could be there. If we get this as the key to power, there is space to move forward, and there really, really is space, and I mean space. This is the Zero card. This is the empty mind. This is the uncharted territory to be walked into and explored. But I think, as I say, because what has ended or is ending in order to bring in this new beginning is not just something that was like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to end. Oh, thank God it's over. Yippee. It's not as simple as that. It's more subtle than that. And I think there's some hesitation here about actually actively moving forward. I mean, change can come in a kind of global lunare kind of way, where it just kind of happens, and sometimes we don't even notice it, and it just kind of happens, and we just kind of let it happen, either because it's a force that's too strong for us to influence, or it's just kind of happening, or, as I say, perhaps we don't even notice it happening. Change can also come in a kind of global solare kind of way, in a sun, yang sort of way, where we actually make it happen. And what I'm getting from this is that there is some hesitation over which one we're actually dealing with here. Is this something that has happened, or is this something that we have done? And I think ultimately, it don't make no difference, because the key to power is the Fool in the upright. So the important thing here now in this reading is to start raising the gaze and looking out into this space, this new territory, virgin territory. After all, that's all there ever is. No matter how jaded we feel, and no matter how humdrum and every day and same thing, same shit, different day our lives might appear, truth is there is only uncharted territory. And every single day, I mean, I'm looking out the window, it's the same window I look out every day when I'm doing the readings. There's trees and there's that. However, nothing is the same as it was yesterday. Nothing. Everything has changed. Even the position of the sun in relation to the earth and all the other planets, everything's moving all the time. And I'm really getting that strongly off this Fool card here. But, as I say, I think this is about issues of responsibility around change. People often talk about, oh, such and such happened. And it's like, no, it didn't actually happen. You did it. And sometimes it's the other way round. People go, oh, look what I've done. It's like, no, you didn't do that. It just kind of fell into your lap, or it just kind of presented itself. So those are the two different types of change. And I'm getting a real sense of juxtaposition here between the Hierophant in the upright and the Chariot in the reverse. It's interesting that we do have three men here. We have three kind of characters, three human representations here. The only one, and they're all holding sticks as well. The only one, obviously, who isn't in the upright is the Chariot. So that's the one. Oh, God, where am I going with this? Hold on. We've got supporting elements for these three male figures here. We have the throne of the Hierophant, and we have his, I guess in some traditions it would be a kind of a shepherd's crook, because that's what a bishop, certainly in the Church of England, that's what a bishop holds. So there's a supporting structure there. And the Hierophant is also supported by his status and his knowledge. The Fool here is supported merely by a stick and a little knapsack of bare essentials as he steps out into new territory. The Chariot, on the other hand, is being pulled by two horses. Sorry, I know I'm just like describing these cards, but there's something in the juxtaposition of these three cards. Okay, the only one who doesn't rely on either horses or a vehicle or a chair or a throne or the willingness of others, in the case here of the acolytes around the Hierophant, the willingness of these other humans to accord him and to continue to accord the Hierophant the status he has. And here, I mean, there's no way this dude in the Chariot here is driving through a deserted place where he's just sort of on his own. There's just no way. There are people around cheering him, and he's in a vehicle, and it's being pulled by horses. So the only one of these three who is utterly under his own steam, save for his stick here, is the Fool. So this is something to do with how the way that we see ourselves, and certainly in the context of these changes that have happened, and this kind of dovetailing of something old giving way to something new, how we see ourselves in this matter in the context of the wider gaze, the wider view, and the opinion of others. What is it that supports us? What underpins us internally in terms of how we are seen externally? And the Fool is the one who requires zero input. It's a zero card. Zero input from anyone else to tell him who he is, what he's about, and where he's going. You know, he's not even like, he's not saying to the dog, like, what should I do? He's not saying to anyone, is it okay if I do this? Is it all right if I go down this road? He's not thinking, oh, what would Uncle Jim think if I set out on this journey? No, no. He's his own person. No supporting structure around him. And all the better for it. So there's something here about letting go of the importance of the view of others and the opinions of others and the kind of the support that others around us give us in terms of our sense of our own identity and our status. You know, bottom line is you can have all the letters after your name. You can have a freaking Nobel Prize. It makes no difference at all to the person you actually are. The only difference it makes is in how other people see you. And I think what this is about not buying in to that. Right, let's pull one from the swords. Okay, how interesting. We have the Fool setting off, and we have the Six of Swords setting off here. The swords are neatly ranged. They're not even lying down in that boat. They are standing up. So the power remains. It is simply time to shift from one territory to another. I think this is about independence. Independence of thought, independence of speech. And there is also, having said that, there is also a reliance. You know, the lady here in the boat, I guess it's a lady, is in this instance, in this image on the Six of Swords, relying on the punting efforts of this other person. And I don't know why, but I have never really had the sense that the man punting this boat is this lady's husband. I've never had that sense, and I don't know why. Maybe that says something about me. I think this is someone who actually owns this boat and does this punting for a living, a ferryman. I don't think they're connected as partners, but anyway, that's just my sense. But this is about shifting territory, and I mean, the Fool is certainly shifting territory. The Chariot moves into new territory as well, as we see from the presence of the little laurel wreath here, that the previous ruler, who I guess has been conquered, used to wear. Where is he now, this person? So there is new territory here as well, but it can't be gone into in the Chariot without the support of the vehicle, the adoration of the conquered population, and the horses. This is independent. This is independent. Let's get one from the Wands. Wow, okay. More moving into new territory and being celebrated. How wonderful. Six of Wands. Now, the sixth wand, and again, look, we have a laurel wreath. There's victory here. I mean, this is called the victory card. And how interesting. The man riding the horse has a laurel wreath on his head, and he's got another one. I mean, who on the wand? Who is that for? Is he kind of off to claim his consort? Very interesting. There's further to go in this victory. It's not quite sealed yet. He hasn't got his queen. But anyway, the sixth wand here in the Six of Wands is what breaks the stalemate of the Five of Wands. And it is it's a new energy that comes in and, as I say, breaks the stalemate of the equally weighted, unwinnable, unlosable, round and round and round battle of the Five of Wands. So there is something new. And look, we've got another six. I've got to say, this is really, really exciting. And I think, I mean, in a way, the Six of Wands reminds me a little bit of the Chariot. It is this, you know, ta-da, ta-da, here I come. But there's something more understated about this. It's not this kind of victory lap that we have in the Chariot. And I think the kind of the less formal attire and the less formal kind of feeling around this card, there's less reliance by this person on this horse on the glorifying applause of the others. There is movement into into kind of winning something here. But I don't think this person is particularly interested or turned on by being adored and applauded. There's more self-contained than that. More self-contained than this dude in the Chariot. Okay, talking about self-contained. It's the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I'm just going to put that down because I don't know whether this is about sort of wanting to hold on to something or just deciding to, and it not worrying about going into this new territory because you are going to keep and I'm saying that you're going to keep the karmic wealth that you have already built up. And I am, funnily enough, seeing a great correlation here between the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Don't know why. There's just something. There's security in both of these cards. Anyway, I'm going to pull the cup now. Let's have a look at this. King of Cups. Okay, well, this is this is solidity, emotional solidity, and perhaps even like great maturity, and perhaps slight sort of sternness. And but I tell you what, I mean, he is not remotely worried what anybody thinks about him. There's no one here to worship him, or kind of applaud him or glorify him. I mean, how long has he been sitting on that stone throne, on that stone plinth? And how long will he be sitting there? There's a really interesting juxtaposition of movement and solidity. But I always come back to the key to power in these readings, and it is the Fool. Absolute zero. So yeah, very interesting juxtaposition of self-contained newness, self-motivated newness, and kind of, I don't know about trying to hang on in the Four of Pentacles, trying to hang on to it. I don't think anything's going to be lost here. I really, really don't. This is about whether or not we need somebody else's approval. Of course we don't. And we just don't. Right, I'm going to pull one from Kuan Yin now. Okay, there it is. There it is. Right. Okay, this is very resonant with the Four of Pentacles. Harvest Mother watches over me. How lovely. Look at the rest and repose here. This is autumn sunshine. This is like what I'm looking out the window at now. Late afternoon, autumn sunshine. The crops have grown. They are in the process or are about to be harvested. All is well. You know, it's been a good season, and it's time to get in those crops, reap what was sown a while back and what has clearly grown. And I mean, apart from anything else, look at this ewe here. Her udders is completely full. So there have been lambs. and there's mature corn ready to be harvested in the beginning, and all is well. All is well. I think perhaps what this is saying is that whatever new thing you're moving into now, it's not going to kind of really serve much to trumpet it from the rooftops. It's a quiet, self-contained, self-motivated, self-willed move into a new into new territory, and we get fantastically to bring a whole load of stores with us to feed us on our new journey. I mean, the fool only has his little knapsack here, but we get to put an awful lot in there of highly nutritious stuff to keep us going. Right, I'm just going to get my Globo Lunare, Globo Solare. I'll put them behind my back and move them around, so I've got no idea which one's which. Okay, and I'm going to choose this one again. Globo Solare. Oh, can you hear the cat? He's so sweet. He comes in and sings the song of his people to alert us to his presence so we can praise him as is only right and proper. So, Globo Solare. This is a make it happen reading rather than a allow it to happen, let it happen. But all of this movement here into the new territory that the Fool card is indicating is quiet and self-contained, and not concerned with and not dependent upon the say-so, permission, and legitimizing view of other people. It's our world. Let's just move into it. Righty-ho, I'll leave it there. Please like, please share, please subscribe. If you would like to donate to the channel, the link is in the description box below. And if you would like to book a private reading, you can book at the PayPal link below and then drop me an email and we can arrange the reading from there. Okay, all best. Cheers. Bye-bye.